What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where it's been a little while since we've been here at the dealership doing some car reviews, but I figured this would be a good scenario to come stop by Maserati Alfa Romeo Daytona Beach because, well, you saw the title, you saw the thumbnail, Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio for the 2022 model year, black on black. This thing looks sick. And just to explain to you guys how rare this situation is, well, this is their first Stelvio Quadrifoglio here at the dealership this year. I'm not joking. We've only done one Giulia Quadrifoglio here at the dealership, which was done in Misano Blue. They've only got one. And this is their first Stelvio Quadrifoglio done in Volcano Black. But that's what I'm saying, like, it took 6 months for this dealership to get their first Stelvio Quadrifoglio. So this is a special occasion because one, we get to show it off here today. Two, it probably won't be here for too long. So with that said, before it gets fully detailed, I want to get it out to you guys, show it off to you guys, do some exhaust clips for you guys, and just appreciate how rare these things are around a dealership. I know we've had a couple on the channel before at other dealerships like in Miami, but I don't even think Orlando, which is about 50 miles away, hasn't gotten a Stelvio Quadrifoglio yet. They might have gotten a Giulia Quadrifoglio for 2022, but I don't think a Stelvio might not have either. So with that said, they're hard to come by here, so we're gonna treat this as a special occasion. Guys, it's Ron's Rides, we're back at it. Let's get right to it. And before I get started, if you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel because when you subscribe, it helps grow the channel and I get more opportunities to get more beautiful cars like the Stelvio Quadrifoglio out to you guys here today. All right, guys, so here it is. Now, you're gonna have to excuse the wind noise and the gloom over today's video because currently there's a tropical storm going by South Florida. Here up in the northern part of Florida, we're getting a little bit of overcast and some rain is coming and some wind is coming. So I'm gonna try to get this video done for you guys really quick before all that happens, but we might get some side effects. But I had to come show off the Stelvio Quadrifoglio for the 2022 model year for you guys because this thing looks incredible. Now, as you guys can see, we're black on black for the Stelvio Quad. All right, I don't think I've had a black one on the channel yet. All right, I think we've just had the gold color. I think we may have had Verde Montreal, but yeah, not a Volcano Black. So it looks even more sinister. A lot of the stuff that we're used to for the Quadrifoglio model. So there's nothing specifically that I want to point out to you guys today that's going to stand out over what we've seen on Quadrifoglio models, but I want to show off this spec. I want to do a couple of exhaust blips in dynamic and in race mode, all right? And I wanted to show you guys the price of this thing so you can see what 505 horses in an Alfa Romeo SUV is gonna cost you. So, nonetheless, let's dig deeper into this Stelvio Quad, shall we? Now, first off, this is the real gem of the Quadrifoglio, right? I mean, 505 horsepower, 443 pound-feet of torque out of this 2.9-liter V6 Ferrari-derived engine, something that we are going to miss very sorely in the electric future of Alfa Romeo by 2026, 2027. All right, so with it said, you do have something paired to an 8-speed automatic that's gonna take you 3.8 seconds, or sorry, yeah, 3.8 seconds to get you from 0 to 60 miles per hour and 178 mile per hour top speed. This is just something like no other. Yes, we're going to hear it in a second here because we have to hear this thing fire up. And a lot of you guys give me crap about the Grecale comparison I posted. I can't wait to see a Grecale side by side with this so you guys can see what I was talking about when it comes to the engine bay and how similar they are. But with that said, this is about the Stelvio Quad. So yeah, this thing is insane. And for it to go that fast, being 4,313 pounds, the all-wheel drive system Q4 kicks in and really propels this thing to the next level. We can't get enough of this engine. I can't get enough of what it does for this car. The sound is insane, the performance is insane, the handling is insane. People respect the Quadrifoglio models to a certain level, and they really live up to those expectations. Now, unfortunately, you do not have the carbon fiber hood on this one, like you do on the Giulia Quadrifoglios, all right? So no carbon hood there, no carbon roof for the Stelvio Quadrifoglio as well. We'll get to that in a second. Then you see the big strut bar going across, turbos, everything here. Looks very good. Again, we know all about this thing. I don't know how many more I'm gonna have in front of me, so I'm going to cherish them while they're here. Now, I wanted to talk about the design up front as well, in particular to the new models that are coming out, because we know that they're making some tweaks, all right, to the front fascia. Now, we'll start right here with the ventilated hood, all right, extra breathing, extra cooling for that twin turbo V6. The nostrils make it look like shark fins, really aggressive. I love it, all right. Then we get down to the Schiedetto and Trilobo right up front here, all right. You can see done in all black. Makes it look just even more sinister with this volcano black color. And speaking of this volcano black, yeah, it's not sparkling, not like it normally should. Again, I apologize because there's no real sun beaming on it. This thing would be just glimmering on a certain level. You guys have seen volcano black on Alphas. I don't need to tell you that, but yeah, it's just insane, but we don't see it today. By Xenon Headlamps, we know we're going to full LEDs for the next model year. We do also have the extra cooling and aggressiveness, all right, for the radiator there, so you guys can see it definitely does that extra cooling, but it also adds styling and aggressiveness to the front fascia here for the quad models versus the regular Stelvio. So you can see how different it is. There's just that big piece right there coming in, very much just, I mean, just a sinister look, and I do love the evil and mean look on this car. Now, as we get along the side here, you know, we got the 20-inch Alfa wheels, all right, done in the 5-spoke. They just look so good. All right, so the 5-hole wheels, 20-inch spec, red calipers, white script, Brembo brakes, drilled rotors, monochrome center cap. Looks really good on the Pirelli P0s. I mean, what more can you say about these wheels? Let's step back and see them at this angle here. And then that reveals something else that we want to point out here, and that is the Quadrifoglio badge, only offered, or sorry, applied to Alfa Romeo's top performing models, all right? So we know all about the history of the Quadrifoglio badge. If you don't, definitely go look it up. But somebody named Enzo Ferrari is heavily involved in that. So you guys know, you know. Black mirrors, all right, so black mirror caps, or it just goes with the color of the car, and the black window moldings in gloss, all right? Black roof rails done in gloss, looks really good. There's no sunroof or panoramic roof on this specific car. It can be optioned. For the Giulia Quadrifoglio, we know it can't be optioned because that roof is carbon fiber. So some of the benefits of getting the Stelvio is having the option to have the panoramic moonroof, you know, installed as an option, but this one does not have it specifically. We'll get to that fuel economy in a moment because you guys say all you want. That's kind of important these days with gas. The way it is, fuel, petrol, whatever you want to call it, the prices it is, insane, probably something to think about. Now, with that said, the rear looks delicious. Check it out. Man, she's got some curves to her. She's got some looks to her. She knows what she's doing. All right, so down at the bottom, the chrome quad exhaust tips. All right, got them on both sides. The more aggressive side of the rear here. All right, so the rear fascia, you can see, it's got that cooling as well, or the ventilation, we'll say it that way, to where that is actually functional. You can see the grille kind of in there. It might be kind of hard to display on camera, but it's in there. And then you can see that this part of the honeycomb grille is fake because the sensors are back there, but then you can see that this part actually feeds through. All right, so there's this part that's fake, this part that feeds through, all right, and then your aggressive rear diffuser there. All of it comes together to make a quite lovely machine. Stelvio badge, the insignia there. Just look at it from a different angle because what's important about this is the wheel arches. You see the wheel arches, how it gives the Stelvio just so much more of a better stance. All right, it looks like it's ready to pounce, ready to come at you. I mean, just look at that. That just looks so cool. I love it. I mean, again, when I get around these Quadrifoglio models, it's got my heart pumping in a different way. Speaking of heart pumping, we should hear how her heart sounds. So let's get some noise from that twin turbo V6. All right, so before we go inside, let's check out our boot space. 56 cubic feet of space, all right, what we're used to for all of these Stelvio models. So nothing has changed on the Quadrifoglio when it comes to practicality, all right? All 3 seats fold down. You do have your privacy vent shade here, all right? You do have your privacy shade here as well, but this will allow you for more room. This bar also comes out very easily just to lift up to if you need more room for egress, all right? So you got your floor mats here, all right? You got your front plate kit, so you can mount a front plate. We don't need them here in Florida, all right? Fuse box there, and underneath, you can see that we do have a little stowage area with a false floor, but we do have the battery tucked away underneath as well. Tow hook, wrench, tire inflate kit, all that stuff. Again, what you're used to for the Stelvio, and just kind of re-showing it off, you know, for anybody who is new and wants a high-performing SUV, but that is actually practical and does everything that your daily driver should do. That's really what this is all about. Before we even get in, all right, let's take a look back, assess it all. First thing, let's go from bottom up. The Quadrifoglio cloverleaf there, all right, done on an aluminum sill. Again, this car has not been detailed yet, so you can see it's still filthy. We'll get to that in just a second. I wanted to get it on camera for you guys before this thing gets sold. 3 pedals, aluminum right there, but that is a dead pedal, all right? So it's a nice aluminum look, all right, spruces everything up, but that is not a third pedal as, you know, I may have made it sound. It still looks good. Very aggressive with the sharp ends and the rounded off edges. I love them. Now, coming up, before we get inside, the door paneling, all right? Extended leather up top, so you see the leather stitching, or sorry, the leather with the stitching going all the way across, all right? You can also see the carbon fiber trim piece going all the way across, and then coming back, we'll see the aluminum door handle with the Harman Kardon sound system and that aluminum speaker as well, all right? Window controls, mirror controls, and your trunk, all right? To open up your trunk is your button there, all right? Now, let's step inside of this beautiful beast, because, man, this is a great place to be. Check out this cockpit, guys. I mean, you know all about this cockpit, but there's a couple things that makes the Stelvio Quadrifoglio better. Now, besides the carbon fiber, you can't get carbon fiber on any of the 2022 Giulias or Stelvios unless you get the Estremmas. The Estremmas come with carbon fiber, and that's the only way they're able to be had. So the new Estremma models are the ways you're going to get carbon fiber. So that automatically sets any of the 2022 Giulia and Stelvios apart from the other models besides the Estremmas. But then you have this beautiful steering wheel with the Alcantara inserts in the inside. And I love this because the old models used to have them on the outside, and you don't want it at high touch points because Alcantara, after time with the grease and oils, natural stuff in your hands, will, you know, get faded and worn, and it might not look as well. But when you have it on the high touch points, but you don't necessarily always have to grab here, or you can grab here, you know, you still have the beautiful look of the Alcantara, but you don't necessarily, you know, need to worry about destroying it after a while. All right, so then let's talk about the red start stop button, because that is another thing that the Quadrifoglio is specific to that just is incredible. I mean, it's such a small detail, but it does so much for the car. And then the centerpiece here, all right, for the stock of the steering wheel there, you see the aluminum on the sides, all right, the Quadrifoglio badge, again, that clover leaf showing up for this model, and a carbon fiber center. Again, really, the steering wheel is such a special thing for these models. So really, this is where it's at when you first sit in the cockpit. This is where your attention is drawn to. Now, even talking about the speedo there, not only does it say 200 miles per hour, which is awesome to be in an SUV, right? But you do see the Quadrifoglio cloverleaf there as well. Again, another special thing to this model. You will also see extended leather. All right, so you'll see the leather dash with the stitching going all the way across. Coming all the way across also is that big carbon fiber trim piece going completely across the dash. That looks so cool. Now, it does not come over to this side. I wish it was kind of extended, but it does not come over here to where you'll see the lighting controls, the park sensors, the start-stop button. You also have a spare cubby here. You can put your license, registration, insurance, all that kind of good stuff. You do have underneath here, all right, you're adjustable for your steering wheel. So it's a manual adjust. Pull that down. Now your steering wheel will go forward, backwards, up and down, wherever you may like it. And then clamp that back in. You also, for your seating, which we'll get to in a minute, have the extra thigh support there. You just press the button there, and it will bring out the thigh for you, okay? Now, I guess since we're speaking about seating, sport seats, you guys are used to those, right? The Quadrifoglios in previous model years used to get the Alcantara inserted seats, but there's only two options you can get. This right here, which is all Nero sport seats, all right, with the stitching, or you can get these Sparco carbon bucket racing seats, all right, that have the Alcantara, that have green and white stitching, and that have the carbon fiber backings, all right? So we've seen those before, but those are the only two options. So if you don't see a Stelvio Quadrifoglio with those seats, you're gonna see them with these, all right? Now, down in the center here, I mean, look at this. This is, ooh, beautiful. Beautiful big piece of carbon fiber door hiding the cup holders. Key holder, which I have, you know, appropriately used there. Parking brake there, electric parking brake. Your drive selector here, all right? And then we had to start up the car for that, so why not just do that? Foot on the brake, red start stop button. There she comes to life. All right, see that there, Alfa Romeo insignia. Now we see the Italian flag, but I know that's a focal point, but this is where it's at, your drive mode selector, all right? So advanced efficiency, your highway driving, cruise control driving, fuel economy mode, which I'm sure a lot of Alfisti are using right now just to get by day to day. All right, then, let me turn on the radio. Then you have natural, everyday driving, city driving, going to, you know, somebody's house or, you know, just kind of commuting to McDonald's or wherever you go. All right, dynamic, that's when you want to put a little bit more thrill and action into your day-to-day driving, and that's gonna soften your dampers, which is why you see the adaptive suspension there, but I can turn it off, okay, so I don't need to have it on. When I do wanna have it on, well, it's gonna be race mode. So I hold that over, race mode is on, all right, that suspension, it can come off, but it's more aggressive, you know, as far as soft or mid, all right, so obviously this is gonna be mid, and this is gonna be the more, you know, hardcore version of that. Now, race mode obviously turns off your traction control, turns off your driver assistance, everything like that, and it gives you just max amount of just driving pleasure. The performance is insane. The exhaust valves open up automatically. For dynamic mode, it's more between 3,000 RPM and up between, you know, the exhaust valves opening up, but race mode, they open up automatically from the start. Now I'll show you guys the menus. You guys have seen them before, but dynamic mode for your DNA selector, all right, natural mode for your DNA selector, advanced efficiency for your DNA selector, and then you hold over and you got race, puts you on a track. So you can see the color that changes to different color themes. Yellow there is for race, and then you have red for dynamic. You also have blue for natural and green for advanced efficiency. But yeah, this is a great place to be. I mean, how could you not love this? Now, we know all about Alfa's Connect, you know, touchscreen and all that kind of stuff. It's not bad. It's just a little laggy since they, you know, implemented it in 2020. Now, with the Tonale having Uconnect 5, the same Connect system that Maserati has for infotainment, I probably see those coming in the next Alfa Romeo models. So it might not be too much longer that we have this setup for Alfa Romeo. Same for the dials. The dials may go electric as well, all right? So our speedo might be fully digital in the next model. So again, we kind of have to appreciate what we're seeing here, even though it's very minimal, okay? There's not a lot going on in the speedo, not a lot you can change. If I go over here and press this button, you know, I can go in between the menus and I can change a couple of things, but there's not a lot going on. G-force meter and everything, the trip was before. I can add different information that's on there from the infotainment screen, but yeah, not a lot going on. How could I forget while I'm sitting here? I haven't finished talking about the steering wheel. There's just so many great things to talk about. The big Italian paddle shifters, all right? Those Italian paddle shifters, column mounted, just satisfying, okay? So yes, on both sides, obviously. But yes, you can shift with those, or you can go into manual mode with the gear select there, all right? Drive, neutral, hold the trigger, You go up in reverse for safety, obviously, and then press P for park. All right, so you can do that as well. And then you have your driver assistance right here. All right, your hill descent, your cruise control, your adaptive cruise control, and your highway assist as well there. So you have all that information. Radio controls, hands-free controls there. All right, your regular steering wheel stocks, but you do have your lane keep assist on this side. All right, but other than that, same steering wheel stocks you're used to. All right. Venting here, you got your turbines on each side. You do have your dual zone climate control, heated seats, heated steering wheel. All right, everything that you guys are used to. And then we didn't finish down here because I got so involved here. Your radio controls, your quick settings, your quick home, your toggle switch, which is the best way to use this because it's flawless as far as how quick it is, how seamless and smooth it is. I would recommend that over using the touchscreen. Wireless charging right there, and then big glove box where we have some charging. All right, 2.0 aux and USB-C. All right, so we do have one USB-C in here, and you have your RF trip transmitter. That's just for if your key battery runs out, you can put it there to start it, or you can put the key there to help communicate with the car so you can start the car, get it to where you need to be to where you can change the battery. Yeah, so one big elephant in the room, obviously we talked about no roof. All right, so this one is not optioned, and my zoom is horrible, our focus is horrible, but this one's not optioned with the panoramic roof, unfortunately, but you can get them in the Stelvio quads. Yeah, so for the most part, that's what we're used to for these cars. Just wanted to re-show it off for you guys because it's a great place to be, and it's not a place we're here often. And again, a lot of this might change up for the next model years coming up. So yeah, we're here while it's a real thing. Now in the rear, again, you're getting the same flavor as you do up front. So you do have the extended leather up top. You do have the carbon fiber trim, the aluminum trim as well. All right, Nero in the back as well. So you do see black seats. All right, the black stitching or gray stitching. I'm not exactly sure how technical they get with that. And then you do have your turbine vents here. All right, so for your HVAC, you do have heated seating. So you see both heated seating modules there and your USB 2.0s there. All right, we're not to USB-C in the rear yet. All right, and then right here where the armrest is, a couple of cup holders. Then you also have nuts for stowage there as well. And you have your cubby holes on the side of the door paneling and then window controls. I mean, basically what you guys are used to for rear seat looks, you know, in the back of the Stelvio. But again, just wanted to show it off. If you guys did want to fold down the seat from the rear, you can do it by using this button here. All right, so that will fold down the seat here. Now, if you want to fold down just the middle, well, there's a little toggle right here. You see it? I pull that, and then I got my middle feed through. All right, so you can do it both ways, either using the lever here for this seat or the toggle for that. All right, but yeah, other than that, pretty decent. I mean, we've gotten inside and seen the space. You can kind of see the space from here and see what kind of leg room you got. But yeah, it's a Stelvio in the back, just as always. And as always, we have to get the beautiful by Xenon headlamps illuminated. All right, amber LED turn signals with the LED running light. So you can see what everything looks like, especially on black. You can see the amber turn signal there. And on the rear, LED tails with the fog lamp illuminated. And by fog lamp, the rear tail fog lamp is right there, which you have to turn on from the switch inside, all right? Not something that automatically comes on. So what do you guys think? So let's talk about the sticker and let's talk about the fuel economy because that's a big thing. 19 combined city and highway, 17 city, 23 highway. That's probably what you're gonna expect, right? Out of twin turbo 500 horsepower V6. But keep in mind, guys, that is probably gonna be a little bit different with how the fuel's been the past, what, year or so? Yeah, so keep that in mind. Now, base price, $84,650 for this 2022 Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio all-wheel drive. After additional options, you're looking at a total price of $89,050, and that's after a $1,595 destination. So we get a basic 4-year, 50,000-mile warranty and a powertrain 4-year, 50,000 miles. Remember, Alfa Romeo is going to be changing to 5 years for their warranty coming by next year. Now, here we are. The optional equipment, Volcano black exterior paint, which I couldn't show off that well for you guys. I apologize because of the sun or lack thereof. $660 for that paint. The Quadrifoglio Active Assist Plus package, $14.95, which gives you all your driver's assistance, lane keep. All right, you have your Active Assist Plus, intelligent speed assist, highway assist, traffic sign, traffic jam, driver attention alert, active blind spot, and you also have your security system. You also have your dynamic dual mode exhaust and the red calipers with white script. All right, $650. You got 3 options on this Stelvio Quadrifoglio. All right, so everything else you see on it comes standard. So let's go over it very smoothly. I'm going to let you guys read it, obviously, but I will go over this so you can see it. But I will point out some stuff like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, or your 50/50 weight distribution, carbon fiber drive shaft, your Harman Kardon 14-speaker audio system. Some good stuff, right? We're not done yet. We'll go up top there. We got our Brembo brakes, our roof rails, LED lights, all that good stuff. So I'll go over it one more time really quick. Pause it where you need to. Zoom in, do all that good stuff. And we'll do one more. All right, guys. That's it. What do you guys think about this specific spec'd out 2022 Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio all-wheel drive? All right, so guys, what did you think about the Stelvio Quadrifoglio and that $89,000 price tag? I don't think it's that bad for what you get out of this beast. We know the future that Alfa Romeo has in store. So with that said, these are going to become more of a collector's car, I feel like, or an enthusiast car that we're going to wish we had in the coming EV-ish future. So with that said, let me know if this is worth it for you guys for this 2022 Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio. Now, if you guys did enjoy the video today, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. When you give the video a like, it helps get it up in the rankings. More people can see it, and we'll have a bigger discussion on this new Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio for 2022. Now, if you guys enjoy what I do here today, and you guys want to help further support the channel, always check the links down in the description below where I have a one-time link donation for my PayPal, my Cash App, my Venmo, even my Patreon, just in case you guys want to donate an extra $1 or $2 to the channel. Guys, I appreciate that extra love and support. Thank you so much. You guys can also check out the Ron's Rise merch in case you guys want some t-shirts. I got new slides, I got tank tops, fanny packs, backpacks, everything Ron's Rise is there. I'm also on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. It's everything I'm posting, all right? Ferrari, Maserati, Alfa Romeo, and Fiat, just in case it doesn't make it here to the channel. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, but click that notification bell so you don't miss one video. And with that said, you guys be blessed, have a great day, and we will talk to you guys in the next Ron's Rise video. Peace.